Hi, I'm Dr. Ted, and I have a school that's unlike any other school you've ever imagined. For it's the school I release you into, not it's the school I teach you everything about, not I write everything about, not I tell you about. I teach you I'm it. I teach you you're it, and the school of you is within you. You see, the great school of the heavens, of the sky, of the immortal, of the infinite, of the joy of being who you really are is inside of you. That kingdom of heaven, that kingdom that knows no end, that kingdom of a consciousness of creation that creates it again because we're becoming creators. We're becoming now fashioned not like man has fashioned us, not like God has fashioned us. We're going beyond God, going beyond the worship of God, going beyond the creation of God as a mystery, as a superhuman, as a super force. We're laying down our wheels of commerce. Not or are we doing business in the heavens? The cosmos, afraid of it no longer. Will you be of cosmic origin, telling the truth to you because it's inside of you, interacting with it, engaging with it, letting it be free to rob you no more again in a duplication of, the duplicity of, the replication of mankind's charms, its quarks, its molecular beings. I teach the truth, not, or do I release it in you, or do I share with you that you have a school within you and you can go beyond God too. You see, I am giving you my covenant in real time. Real time. Some of you are listening to this as I speak, as I'm doing this broadcast, this video live. I think the first one, this is the first one first video teaching I've created as Dr. Ted. You see, I've called my school many names. The University of the New Covenant, the University of Peace, the University of Light, Love, and Peace, the University of Christ, the School of God. I've called it Theodore Cottingham University. But the real school that I'm starting, that I'm beginning, that I'm revealing, that I'm uncovering, that I'm pulling back the complexity of, destroying the covering, the veil, abolishing the veil between you and it. Your school is you. Your school is in you. You see, the kingdom is not silent. The kingdom is forceful, the ultimate force, not of sorrow. But it's also the most humble of all, and it will wait on you to decide what you want and where to go with what powers you have and what power you cultivate in each other to see what you do with you. And if you only want you for you, you want to shield you from other life forms, other cosmic rays, other molecules, other energy forces. If you want to keep your little thinking in your little mind and your little brain and protect you because you're afraid of werewolves, or you're afraid of the lion in the street, you're afraid of the fiery furnace or the lion's den, you're afraid of false teachers, you're afraid you might be beguiled, you're so naive. Or are you willing to stand up and take a look? Remember the story in the Bible of the lepers? Why do we sit here? Let's look around. It's been so long since I've read that, but remember, it's something. And they decide to go into the city of plenty. But it was all guarded because they were lepers, they were cast out. But when they went in, something had driven all the other people out, and all the riches and all the food was there. And they started to stuff themselves, and they said, wait, it's not right for us to not share this. Unconditional love will not take what you have. It will start with what you give. Unconditional love will begin to accelerate with your love, where you begin to love love. An unconditional love, not a love that contains a motive of control. Not a love that has any concept of retribution. Punishment? Hell. Hell? You see, there's so much more to the cosmic story. And we are graceful in it. Not. We are creating it. In real time, if we will. And be the inhabitants of another world. No longer crying in this one. No longer standing in the bread lines, having to go to the soup kitchen. No longer depressed. No longer filling out resumes, hoping to make a good impression on the manager who is supposedly trained to manage you and get the most out of you, to get the very most production out of you, wring you dry. And do they care about your soul, your mind, your spirit? They care about their almighty dollar. The earnings report, the quarterly reports are due. Where's my report? Demanding, belligerent, arrogant. My friend, there's so much more. There's so much more for you. There's so much more than God. But see, we've been taught, we've appropriated our ability to believe, to have a mind to think, to operate. We've attributed our power, we've used our mind to believe in a superior force. That is duplicitous. Oh, God will love you unconditionally, right? But only if you obey all the rules, if you obey the commandments. Because remember, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. I no longer serve that God. In fact, I'm no longer serving any God. And I'm sharing with you, Dr. Ted. Yes, I have my doctorate in strategic leadership. And I'm beginning to do new things, new ways. Not concentrating on the old. I'm no longer speaking purposefully out of the old to bring you or anyone else into the new or me. I'm shedding light that was darkness. I'm shedding light. It was light for a while. You see, there were steps, seasons. Maturing is a process. The Creator creates. What does the Creator create? Creation. What are you creating in you? What words, what vowels, what consonants, what phrases are taking your energy from you, delivering you lies, where you enliven them and bring them to your table and eat and ingest the table of good looks, the table of things that sound good, the table of God that separates you from it. Let's go beyond God. Going beyond God is cataclysmic. What is cataclysmic? Look it up. Where are you going to look it up? I have a source for your lookups. And I call it, believe it or not, the Bible of Christ. Because if you will become Christ, if you are willing to become Christ in your shoes, you will learn through a learning system that will not leave you in it, but teach you how to go forth, advance, mature, and create all creation again. How do you think all those stars got into place? What's the difference between a planet and a star? How many solar systems are there? How many galaxies are there? Why do you stay on planet Earth? Wait around serving mammon, serving your public interest, your private interest, serving your mind, serving your thought life until you die. Going to some ambiguity land, something you know not of. Oh, you call it heaven. Well, that's how the story goes. But what if it's not as we have thought? What if it's not as we have taught each other? What if there's more to the story? Mary, do you hear me? Mary, will you bear a child? Mary, you're a virgin, but will you bear a child? Well, how will this thing be? I know not a man. Will you birth the Word? Will you birth the living Word? You see, the living Word lives and is alive. It's not codified, canonized. It's not stuck in a book. Do you think love, unconditional love, do you think unconditional love is silent? Unconditional love will teach you you're a cosmic citizen, not limited to the breath in your nostrils, not limited to what you have taught or what people teach you. Unconditional love will go beyond God. And God worship will become a thing of the past. An artifact. A stop sign not, but one that says, go, keep going. Well, you see the Bible of Christ? I channeled it. I channeled all of it. All 4 million words. Million! More than 3 times the size of your Christian Bible. If you have one. Will you know the truth? Will the truth set you free? The truth will not set you free. It all depends on what you do with it. It depends on how you receive it. It depends on whether you will bring it to birth in you, the genetics of, to be one. The vessel, the spirit. The spirit, the seed. You become the father, the mother, the child. You become pregnant with something not of this world. Because in growing your love, love grows a womb. Whether you're a woman or a man, no matter what gender you think you are or want to be, unconditional love grows a womb of energy, a womb of what it is. What is it? I am. What is I am? I am that I am. I am was before God, God worship, and all that you think God is. You are the unlimited you, if you will be it, if you will learn to be it, rather than accepting, taking others' words into you that keep your kingdom locked inside of you. Will you enter me? The cosmos of faith, not, but the privilege of creation to create you. For the keys to your kingdom are inside you, if you will learn how to unlock them, not to be you in separation, but to become the real you. You become the key. You become the consciousness and the crown you wear of light, love, peace that destroys your unlove and connects you with the cosmos, beings of light that know not love no more, because lovers are becoming love now all over this land and throughout this universe. And we will no longer be felt alone. We will no longer feel alone. We will no longer be looking for the voice of ET or trying to interpret the signals of SETI. There's more to the story. And when you're afraid no longer of learning who you are and going beyond the unknown, oh, you think Christ was a mystery? No, the story was there all the time. The story's inside you. The story is in my book that I wrote, Jesus the Pattern. The school of existence is within you. The school that no one else can silence. No one can quell. No one can stop the energy in your classroom because it's inside of you. If you're willing to learn, to know, to become. I am Dr. Ted, and this is my first video as such. Most of my life, people call me Ted. But somewhere, I don't know, 2010 or so, I started going by my birth name, Theodore Cottingham. And I did until 2016, when I changed my legal name to Grace Cottingham and began dressing as a woman. Cut off my beard, wore lipstick, pierced my ears, bought dresses and skirts, painted my nails, and loved it. And I loved the freedom of being me. It was a season that was euphoric. The freedom of being me. But this was part of my spiritual path. You see, this was not about attracting a man or another woman or anything else. This was not about flesh. When I did this, when I walked through this, when I became Grace Cottingham, you see a woman in childbirth. Will you become a woman in childbirth? Will you grow your womb? Will you look up in Jeremiah, Isaiah? You see, when the Spirit comes upon you, when you become willing to birth the covenant, you become the new covenant. The new covenant is not about Jesus. It's not a testament in a book. The new covenant is the name of a process of learning, growing, maturing, releasing, advancing, experientially experiencing the covenant in real time. For you to flow the word, not the word of faith, not the word that conforms to all the images we've been given of God or what we should do or how we should do it or where we should be. But unconditional love will flow in the fountain of the garden of creation that is within you, if you let it. If you look, you listen, you inquire. How can this be? What are these things? And then asking these questions, you will have thoughts. Thoughts will come. The mind of God, the mind of confusion, what the neurons are programmed by, the genetics of your DNA. But my friend, there is life beyond love of the molecular. There is life beyond the love of God, the creation of God in your mind that you've studied, maybe given your life to. There's more to the story. And this is Dr. Ted. Yep. So I do a new thing. And I release God not. I tell you to stop worshiping it and learn to become who you really are. You may be Grace too. Grace with your last name. You may be Grace, your name here across your forehead. Across your forehead may be Grace. So I was Grace Cottingham, dressed as a woman, for less than a year. But it was so misunderstood. It was full of trials. No one understood. Friends, nobody wanted to walk with me through that season. My lifelong friends, my two best friends said, I can't go there. Of course, they were devout Christians. As I had grown up to be a devout Christian, I taught Christianity, led a share group I started for years, led a Sunday school class of young married for 5 years. I was devout, I was disciplined. I had zeal, I was zealous, I was a zealot, I was motivated. I studied to show myself approved, to rightly discern the word. But I saw it. But there came a time that love answered. So many times I cried out to God, to know God, to be intimate with God. Not to just know about God, but to learn God, to know God, to walk with God, to even learn where God hurt. If you're willing to love unconditionally. Yeah, that man you think is terrible, woman you think's a slut, the people you think are all hell-bent going to hell, destroying the earth or whatever. When you're beginning to love and learn love, love will flow. Love will grow. But you can stifle it. You can cut it off. and live by religion's standards, by your biblical laws. But there's more to the story. Unconditional love is not silent. And when you begin to want more than your molecular life or your spiritual God or the things that you have embraced, you can go inside. Where can you go? You can go into your kingdom. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven, is within you. And those words are valid until they're not. It's the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven, or is it the kingdom of the Creator that you're going to now? Will you come through the archways of religion no more, nor even their language, their linguistics, their diction and grammar, the parlance, the lexicon? Will you begin a new one? You're the unlimited you if you will learn to be it and take the shackles off of religion and no longer give power to the artifacts of faith, the artifacts of the past. Will you be the new beginning about? The new beginning. Begin a new creation, a new earth, a new heaven. Will you lead? Will you be the leaders of life, of light, love, joy, and peace, who love each other and love all those people you used to hate and bear grudges against, licking your wounds? Be a forgiver. You see, there's more to the story, but that doesn't mean we throw out the Bible, nor do we throw out the Bible of Christ, nor do we throw out a lot of things that we have learned. But we learn how to use them, not. We learn now to come together and release each other in a manner that frees the flow of unconditional love, for unconditional love to teach each one of us from within, and share those words in courses in a school. My school, your school, the school of joy, the school of unlimited freedom, the school of being naked, the school of no longer having flesh, school of you becoming the Spirit, you becoming the one that actually experiences the new birth. Not a belief of, but experientially. Birthing, creating new neurons, new flesh, new connections, new knowledge. And the flow of love goes on and will never end. Because unconditional love has no beginning and end, like we think of, because it's not subject to time, space, or gravity. And when you're willing to be it and bring forth the real you in your power and grace, in your love for each other, you first, where you love you first and forgive you of all that you've done and not done and everything else that everybody's done and not done, you're no longer pointing the finger of blame. You're choosing to say, I will be me, and become you. It's no longer about belief or faith or a book or the exercise of religion. It's about you experiencing the within, not tangentially, but with unconditional love. And I can imagine many may say, but what if I say something wrong? If I channel the wrong energy, if I write the wrong words? You fear. You fear. You fear being wrong. Fear holds you back. Religion is the great promulgator of fear. But if you read the Bible of Christ that I have channeled, you will learn the nature of unconditional love. And you will see you in the center of the story. Not just Ted, but put your name there. Unconditional love said to me early on about the subject of fearing being wrong, fearing channeling that which is not true. Unconditional love, said Ted. If you err, I will come caressingly correct you. I thought about that phrase zillions of times. You see, unconditional love is tender. It's not full of wrath, vengeance, retribution. It does not inflict wrath. It does not inflict separation. There's not a list of rules or commandments. There are the values of love. Love is tender. Unconditional love is tender, kind. Unconditional love will never leave you. You've never been alone. And when you become willing to see, hear, feel, and become willing to experience the school within, the school of love, life, joy, and peace, will teach you, first person, calling your name, teaching you. And if you err in tomorrow's words or the words you write the next day or the next few days, words will come, thoughts will come if you give voice to them, that you can study, that will tenderly correct you. Do not fear being who you really are. I'm Dr. Ted at TheodoreCottingham.com for now. Who knows what I'll be, where I'll be, what my name is, or will you be my name? Or will my name be yours? Or will we become the one, the consciousness of the cosmic foreboding no longer what is cataclysmic to some? Go forth, enjoy this day. Pick up your pen. Write me, if you will. I'm at Box 34 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas for now. But I am love in place. Or am I love in two shoes? Or will you be love in two shoes? Don't rob you from your kingdom this day, nor the people around you. Be love, light, and peace. And free everyone to be the real they are, I am. The I am race of the angels. No longer in a hierarchy of God, no longer under any patriarchy, no longer experiencing misogyny. Let us all grow the womb, no longer of faith, but of unconditional love, and birth it in us to be it, in our shoes. Be love in two shoes, you walking, your name here. Grace be to you all. I love you, Dr. Ted. It feels pretty good. I love you all. Be the real you. Thank you for sharing, becoming, subscribing to this channel, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, I think Instagram too, Blue Sky. I have a few things, several places. But I'm me mostly, where I record mostly, like this is on YouTube. I love you all. Be the real you. And don't downplay this message, the power, the values, the revelation to be the real you. I love you all. Thank you. Good day. TheodoreCottingham.com. Good day.